Hey everybody, this is Slap Out Lash Girl Melissa, and I'm coming to you live. Yes, I am. I'm going to show you this wonderful, wonderful eye trick just using one eyeshadow, and it's going to give you like the best. You're just not going to believe it. You're not going to believe it. So please like and share if you think this might be of value to someone else. I always say that. And I finally am here by myself and I'm able to do this. And I don't have my background quite right, but that's okay. We're going with it today. It's been that kind of day, people. But if you think this is a value, please do that. And please click the notification button. That way you're notified when I have new content on here. I usually come on here every Sunday if I can. So thanks for popping in. If you want to, just hang out with me a few minutes. This is not going to take very long. I've already done the rest of my face. I use liquid foundation today. I've used bronzer today. I've used a little bit of blush called Supple. That's by Younique. And I used a little bit of highlighter, not much highlighter on my face. And I did use some concealer under my eyes just to make me look alive. I've had my granddaughter and her mommy just picked her up. So, hey, here we go. We're ready to go. And I have put on my eye primer. I did put on, this is Younique's eye primer. I used that. And today I used, you're not going to see me use this, but I finally got it in, and it's the new Younique. I don't know if it can focus for you or not. Probably not because it's so bright outside today. This is the hydrating primer. Brand new. It came out in August. I had one tube for about 3 months actually, and it lasted that long because you only use one pump. It's a pump. It's a pump. It's different from what we've had before. So really love it. It's great for my mature skin. It gives me the moisture. I don't know. I just like it better. It gives me more of a glowy kind of finish when I do my foundation. Love it. And then once I put my eye primer on, I do set it with It's by Pores. This is the pressed powder. However, you can get it in the loose powder. Same thing. It's just different textures. And that is strictly a personal preference for you. Now, the one color I'm going to use today, of course, is by Younique. And I love this. We have some liquid eyeshadows that are amazing. And they come in a lot of different colors. I have all the colors sitting here. Most of the colors sitting here. So there is a high range of colors with these. But the one thing about these is they are liquid. They go on as a liquid. They have a doe foot applicator. And the doe foot applicator looks like this. Love these. This is so simple. You're going to say, my gosh, I can do that. I know I can. So take this out and see. It is a doe foot applicator. See how cute that is? And it's got a little hole. It's filled up there right now, but that's got all the product inside of it. But this is basically what it looks like. And when you go to apply, it makes it really easy to get on your eyes. So what I do with this is I'm going to use a brush. I'm going to use a couple of brushes. Let me show you the brushes I'm going to use. I'm going to use a fluffy crease brush to spread this product. Because when you put it on, it's wet, and you need to go ahead and blend it at that point, because at that point, it dries pretty quickly. So you need to make sure that you're ready with a nice clean brush. And I'm probably going to use this It's Cosmetics brush right here, which is a crease brush also, but it's just not a big one. See, I got a fluffy crease brush. This is Younique's brush. This is It's. And I will list everything below after this is over. It's hard to do it before you get on here because I'm doing live today. Yay. So say welcome or hello if you're here watching. And I'm going to blend out with this. This is It's Cosmetics blending brush, okay? And I will list these brushes because really all I really need is these 3 brushes. So that's why it's so simple. You don't have to have a whole lot of brushes, but you do need to use this one first. However, you could use, if you don't have a fluffy crease brush, you could use, let me see if I can find one for you, just a regular crease brush, something like this, something that's a lot smaller. I just happen to like this better. It just kind of blends it out at the same time. But before I get started with adding that color, I always use velour pressed powder. And this is a foundation. Yes, it's a foundation, but I strictly use it on, I use it on my eyes because it's too light for my skin tone. Okay, so I'm thinking it's about this, it gives me the light that I need here. I have a nice brown spot right there. I don't know if you can see it. See, it comes down like a half moon. And so this really kind of covers it up. I mean, I could use a regular eyeshadow or something like that. Hey, Margaret, how are you? Oh, Maggie, I see it now. I see goo on the end. How are you doing, girl? And I'm going to use this brush here. I love this brush. This is a powder, and it's a concealer brush on this end, but I use this for powder also. But I use it for you. You doing okay? Is it cold in Canada? It's beautiful here today. It was really ugly. We had a lot of strange weather yesterday. But we didn't really get the bad weather. We were very, very fortunate. Some others were not as fortunate. There were some tornadoes here, but it just came through, and we had some wind and rain, and then that was it. It was not bad. Not bad as yesterday. Well, good. I know y'all can get kind of snowed in. But basically, I don't put this anywhere but just right up at the top. You see how it already lightened up my eyes a little bit? It gives you some light in that area and coverage if you need it. And that's why I like to use it. I know it is not, no snow. That's awesome. That is awesome if you have no snow. But this gives you a little light, and it also gives you a little coverage. A little more so than, say, a regular eyeshadow would give you. You see that? See the difference? I can see the difference already. It lightens it up. Gives that underbrow just a pop. Now my eyebrows look like they pop a little bit more. But this is one eyeshadow, one brush technique, pretty much. And you're going to see, you're going to go, how does that work if you're just using one eyeshadow? Well, this eyeshadow has a little sheen to it. So when the light hits it, it gives it off different reflections, and when you're blending it upward, it just changes the color of it. It's amazing. I used it this week. I did a live Facebook with this, and I think it's incredible. We do have a collection that has this in it, and you can choose it. The collection is called Steal the Spotlight. It's wonderful, and I'll put that in the down in the description box as well. I'm so used to being on Facebook saying comments, and then you can check it out because you get mascara with it. Your choice of mascara, you get your choice of liner, like an eyeliner. You can get liquid, you can get the pencil liner, which I'm going to use today, the pencil liner, because my old eyes, I'm 57 as of today, like 57 and a half almost. Getting a little old, people. I'm getting a little old. But take this little doe foot applicator, and I'm going to start with this eye first. And you can see the difference of, I want to do one eye at a time so you can see it. And you basically need to do it one eye at a time because you've got to blend immediately once you apply this product. You need to do it while it's wet. It's a little different than using splurge cream eyeshadows. Splurge cream eyeshadows are cream. They go on as a cream. They set like a powder, and then they're blendable from that point. So basically, you want to stay close to the lash line here. I'm going to come up close and personal to you. And I'm going to start this color right here, right across my lid, and make another sweep of it. And believe me, you can add color if needed. I'm going to set this down. And then go ahead and start blending this color upward, just like windshield wiper motions, all the way up to your brow bone. You see that? How cool is this? Now, if I was late for work and running late, I would definitely use this to get out the door. And there is another color called Wield in this liquid eyeshadows, but it's more of a mauve color, but it could still be the same concept. You could have more of a pinky smoky eye with that one. I haven't tried it, and maybe I should try that this week with something. But see how it blends right up here? Just boom. How quick is that? And you can come back and add more if you want it to be darker. Like if you wanted the corners to be a little darker, you can do it any way you want to. I just want mine to be very light today. Look at that. It's such a cool thing. It's one eyeshadow, but you see how it looks darker here, and then it elevates into different. It's so cool how this works. And I'm going to come in, and I'm going to take the end of this. Has probably some residue left on it from the velour. Uh-oh, my light's going in and out. I'm sorry. I'm using natural light. I'm not using my lights. I would rather do this in natural light because it looks better to me. I love doing it in natural light. I've had my granddaughter here, and I was waiting for her to leave so that I could do the live because she would be up all in this stuff here. I'm going to add a little more because I want a little more depth, okay? A little more depth. So see, I've added a little more to my lid, and we're going to start blending because I want this part to be a little darker. And then I'm going to blend it upward just a little. And that's the cool thing about it. Now you can make it darker than you wish, lighter than you wish. It's just a cool product. And I have really enjoyed these since they put these out. I've been impressed with how they stay during the day. They don't crease. So if you're worried about that, don't worry about it because they won't. They won't crease at all. And listen, we have a lot of humidity here in the state of Alabama, and I would tell you, I've worn it in the summer, back when we got it, or this product came out, and it's foolproof. It really is. It sets and it's there, but yet it's like the color is amazing. Okay, so we'll come back and kind of blend that out. Can you see the difference? This eye looks so much better, it does, doesn't it? Now, you're going to do the same thing on the other eye. So there really is no technique other than blending. Pretty much that's all you're doing. And I don't think I need to get, see, I still have some, see that little hole right there? That has product inside of it. So basically do the same thing on this side. Stay close to the lash line. And then just come across the eye, maybe in 3 swipes, something like that. And I'm going to put this back inside the tube this time. And then we're going to start blending again on this side. Do you think you could do this? I really do think you could. This is a wonderful product. I cannot remember the price point on it, but you can get it in that collection, and you can get like a bag, a beautiful purple bag that comes with it. All our collections have the little purple bag, and I think I have that sitting, or maybe I don't. Oh yeah, I do. Hang on. Sorry. This is the bag you will get with it. It's got a little chain inside of it, so you can wear it like across your body kind of thing. I really love the little, it's a great little purse. I'm going to take it on my cruise. I'm going on a cruise this month. Younique, I earned a cruise with Younique. It's amazing what I've done with Younique. I really love it. I love the company. I have such fun with it. And my husband is all excited. He realized that there were pirates down in I got kind of tickled at him. He realized there were pirates. He's like, you know, I've been studying up, and there's pirates down there. Like a long time ago. He said, that's kind of sort of what I'm interested. He's all about history. All about it. Look how easy that is. What do y'all think? I think it's fabulous. I love it. All right, I'm going to come back and add a little more dark, just like I did on the other side. Make one more sweep right here to make this a little darker. Just want you to see how easy you can get an eye look and be out the door. Seriously, it's very fast. It's very easy. It's very blendable. And we're going to add a little bit of eyeliner to give it a more smoky look. And we're going to add a little bit of this underneath our eye too, okay? So let me blend it up a little more. My eye always kind of covers up this side a little bit too much. Let's look and see if it looks even. It pretty much do. I'm going to come and add just a little bit more here. Blend that in that crease. Give that a little bit more depth in that crease. I like to kind of blend that out a little bit more. Okay, so I'm going to take now what's left on this brush again. And we're going to just come through and kind of sweep across there. No harsh edges. Smoky eyes are supposed to look like every color runs into each other, pretty much. And you don't want any harsh lines. No harsh lines. I love this. I love this. It's so darn simple. Now, I'm going to take the small brush here, and we're going to take the doe foot, again, applicator, and we're going to just tap this into this, just a little bit like that. Get a little bit on the brush, and we're going to run it right underneath. And one good thing is you can look upward and kind of sweep this under the eye and back up. And make sure you always use an upward motion, like toward the brow of the tail of your brow. That way you know you're going in the right direction. It gives you more of a lifted look. I'm going to kind of darken this corner just a little with this to give it a more dramatic look. It's hard doing this in your phone, believe me. It is hard doing it in your phone. Let me do it like this. But I haven't been on here live in so long. My life is a little chaotic at times. Most of you probably don't know. I don't put a whole lot on here about my life, but you know, on Facebook, most people who follow me there, they know. My mother has dementia, and she lives with me. So I have to deal with that on a daily basis, and sometimes that's really trying, and sometimes on Sundays I just can't make it on here because of that, and I have to pick and choose what's most important at the moment, and sometimes I have to choose. I have to help her, and through situations and things like that. A lot of you may have this going on in your life too. I think in our 50s, our parents become our responsibility, and that's kind of sort of where I'm at in life. But my wonderful husband took her to the grocery store, so that I could get this done today and actually do a live on here. How sweet is that? How sweet is that? Look at that. I love this. I'm not even going anywhere. I'm not. I'm just going to hang out here at the house, and I'm going to work and do what I need to do here today. I'm actually alone. It's amazing. So blend this out. I'm using this. That's what this was going to say. I have this brush only to blend with. This is the only thing that I do with this brush. It's cosmetics brush. I cannot remember the number. It's either 105 or 107. And then this one here is either 105 or 107. I know the numbers, but I can't remember which one is which at the moment. How pretty is that? I love this. I absolutely love this. Now, I am going to use a little bit of a luminizer. And a luminizer is something that you can use on your eyes as well, or you can use it on your face. Basically, it was designed to use on your face here as a highlight. But I'm going to use it today just to add a little bit of light to the inner corners of my eye. I'm looking for a brush that I want to use. I guess I could use this brush here. Just use this brush. I don't even know what brush this is. It's a Morphe brush or Japanese. So it's a little flat brush. That's why I'm chose it. And I'm going to take a little of this color. I'm going to tap it. And I'm going to place it right here in this corner. I have very close set eyes. So opening up that corner just a little bit and giving it a little bit of light is important to me. I have a little darkness that runs right in here like an indentation now. I think we all have something, right, that we don't like or that we want to work on our face. And this is my year for skincare. I'm going to be working on skincare a lot. So hopefully the skincare that I've gotten in, I'm going to start using it and I'm going to start recording how it's working for me, and then I'll do an update on that on here. I want to start doing some different things, maybe a vlog like on fashion or something. I am about to go on a cruise, so I probably will do some things with that as well. I've already got some darkness right there. It's like a big indentation. There we go. That looks so much better. Now you could take a little of this also, take and go in like this to the side, and you can run this right underneath your brow just to clean it up a little bit. However, if you're one of those kind of people who like to do your eyeshadow first, you definitely don't have to do it with this, simply because this is going to have no fallout at all, because it's not a pressed powder eyeshadow. So you don't have to worry about that. You could definitely clean it up if you wanted to over here with some concealer. If you feel like you need to do that, you could take a little brush like this and just wipe it straight up. Or I have some powder left on this, so if there was anything I needed to clean up, I could simply wipe right through there like that, and it would definitely pick it up, because I have a little bit of the pressed powder foundation, because yes, that's what I used first on my eyes, with the pressed powder foundation. And I am going to kind of blend just a tad with that. But how about that? That is the coolest smoky eye, easiest smoky eye I have ever done, and it's just incredible. I love the way it finishes out. It's just brown. It's just a nice copper kind of medium tone brown color. And now we're going to use a liner, and we're going to use the color Proper. This is a chocolate brown liner. And make sure when you use your liners to make sure you sharpen them. I'm real bad about not doing that all the time. And I did get an eye infection one time, so make sure you do it. It's important. It's important, and I have to remember that. And I do it every time now. There's been a very few times since that I have not done that again. I don't want to do it again. Now, I'm going to start, basically, I'm going to start like where my eye lashes are, and go straight up toward that right there. You want to line it straight up toward the tail of your brow. And if you do it in little bitty strokes, now, however, you could use a little tool if you're saying, Melissa, I don't. I have too much skin there. I can't do that. The cool thing about using this is you can take a blending brush. And let me see if I can find my little blending brush. I could use, no, I don't want to use that one. I have so many brushes in here. It's crazy. I can take this brush like this, and we can use it to kind of blend out. So let me lay that there, and we'll use that. So if you're thinking, I'll never get like a wing, we're not after a wing. We're just after a little bit of darkness in this area, and you're going to run it back. You're just going to take it out just a little bit. We're not even making a wing. And then we're just making a thicker line, basically. And I'm going to run it right along my lash line, right through here. I know those young girls, they can like just sweep that across, but my skin moves too much for that now, and I really can't. I can't just sweep it across there like I used to. I used to could do that. You see the difference in what that made? It made my lashes look thicker. And then what you want to do is take that brush that I just had in my hand, this is just a little smudger brush, and then smudge it. And that way you have no harsh lines at all. And you smudge it upward. And you're just kind of smudging it into the lash line, which does make it look thicker. In just a second, I'll step back and you can see what I'm talking about. See the difference that made? I can see a huge difference in that eye. This has got a little more smokiness now to it. Of course, you can take whatever residue is on it and you can run it underneath if you like. And that will give you a little more depth. That's just up to you. And you can push it right up in there. It gives you a little more smokiness. You see the difference? Love this. This is the easiest way that I know to get a nice smoky brown eye. Now, they don't have a black color, so in that liquid eyeshadow, but this eye doesn't move quite as much, so you might see me go a little quicker with this one. This one is the skin is much looser, much looser. Now here's the end of my eyelashes right here, so I'm going to go right there and start pushing upward and make that little line. And you can do this with a liquid if you'd rather have a big wing. Use liquid. You could draw the line with a pencil. If you want to use a liquid, you could draw a line with a pencil just like this. And then you could come back over it with the liquid. That way the line's already there and it's easier for you to follow. Especially if your skin moves quite a bit, like mine does. You could definitely wing it out with liquid if you wanted to at that point. But I'm just making a little thick line here. Makeup is so much fun. I have the best time doing this. I talked with a lady yesterday. Such a cool lady. Such a cool lady. She owns a trucking company. Oh man, but she loves makeup. And she sent me a friend request on Facebook, and we talked for a long time in Messenger. We had a lot in common. Same age. Grandbabies, blended family, you know. Smooth this out right there. And I do love to talk. I'm a Southerner. I'm sorry. So if you get on here and say, get to the point, girlfriend. I'm from the South, and I do love girlfriends. I do. I think it's important to have a lot of girlfriends. I'm going to put the same thing. I'm going to do the same thing over here. Keep your eye open when you do this so you don't want to go down too far with it. Looks like I need to make it just a little bit darker. Let me grab some more color off of this. And then bring it right underneath. There we go. That looks pretty even. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, because that's it. That's it for your eyes. Pretty much, that's it. The next thing I'm going to do is add mascara. I am going to use a primer. However, in that little collection, you can choose 4D or you can choose regular Epic. Epic comes in brown, so if you're a ginger-haired girl and you like to use brown instead of black mascara, you can definitely do that. I'm hunting my eyelash curlers. This Hogan's been in here. Here they are. My granddaughter's name is Hogan. She loves makeup, by the way. And wonder why. She asked me, she says, are we going to have time to do a YouTube? I said, no, you and your mommy are coming. I mean, she's coming to get you, and y'all are going, they're going to some kind of Cinderella thing where they dress up, and Hogan can dress up like Cinderella or something like that today. Really cool thing for them to do together as mom and daughter. And I am here at the house trying to do all the things I need to do now. So curl your lashes. Always curl them. Unless you just got really great lashes and you don't have to. I don't have that. So my 57-year-old, I'm lucky to have lashes, I guess. At 57. But this lash primer is amazing. It does work well. It helps kind of separate the lashes, and it also, when you go to apply your mascara, it's going to make your mascara grab and hold, but it's going to make it look a little thicker too. So that's the one reason I've started using the primer. This is a pretty new product to Younique, so I can't remember the last time I actually used a different eye primer. I don't know that I have ever used an eye primer. I was trying to think back in my younger years if I did. I don't really remember using one. However, primers are important on your face, so definitely they're important on your eyes too. Now this right here is 4D, which is what I'm going to use. It has Y-shaped fibers that are infused into it. They're little tiny fibers. You may remember 3D Fiber Lash Mascara, which had 2 tubes, and one was fibers and one was the mascara solution, and a lot of times you would wind up with fibers on your face. Well, this one is not that way anymore. It's all in one. It's very easy. It's pretty much Epic Mascara with the Y-shaped fibers inside of it. And what you want to do is find the flat side of it. So you have to turn it so you can see the flat side of it, and I'll find it in a second. There it is. Yes, that's the flat side. I have to look at it. Trying to look at it in the phone is not good. I want to get me a good camera so that I can do some better videos. I want to get some better editing, you know, other than what I have. I'd really rather get into more of the YouTube. I think YouTube is a wonderful platform for anything you want to do. It is. So many, you know, and I find myself going to YouTube for questions and answers and stuff like that. Self-help videos. Yeah, everybody needs that. And I don't know, I was thinking of something the other day, and I looked it up, and I'm like, I wonder how you do that. And sure enough, there was a video on it. Isn't it amazing, all the technology that we have at our fingertips? So much fun. Wish my hair would stay out of the way. But this is one of the easiest smoky brown eyes you'll ever do. And I wanted to hang out with you live today. There you go. Oh my goodness. So pretty. This mascara does its job, and it does its job well. Now, I have a little tip at the end in just a second that I use. Let me do the primer. You need to do the primer one eye at a time because you don't want this to be too wet, but you want it to dry just a tad. If it gets too dry, it will not, your mascara will not go on as easy. So keep that in mind if you try this primer, or I guess any primer really. You don't want it to be too wet, but you want it to be, I guess the word would be tacky, but not dry. Tacky would be a good word. And it does dry pretty quick, so it's not like you got to sit there a long time thinking that it's going to dry that quick. No. It will dry pretty quickly. I always like to make sure I get it over here in the corner a lot, just because that is where I need the most lift, because my eyelashes there grow straight down. So in order for me to make sure I have the lift, I have to use the curlers, and then I have to put a little bit more primer there to kind of push them up and let that set just a second, and then we'll come in with the 4D. You don't have to sit too long and wait for it. And then at the end, when I know my eyelashes are almost dry, I can feel them drying. They're not quite dry on that side. You push them up with your fingers, and the curl is amazing. The curl that comes in at the end. Get the hair off of me. This is so fun. I love the transformation. I never get tired of seeing my lashes transform using this mascara. And I have a lot of customers at work. I had a girl come up the other day. She said, I love the mascara. I want some more of that mascara. My daughter, I gave my sister-in-law some mascara. I like to give it as gifts, you know, to family and things at Christmas. And they're just amazed by the mascara. And it is a great mascara. And if that's the only thing you ever wore, that's great. If mascara is all you need. I do think brows and mascara kind of go hand in hand. Brows really do frame your face, and I have on the brow liner, which, by the way, comes in that Still the Spotlight. I didn't even think about that. I use this for my brows. I love this. It comes in 3 different shades, light, medium, dark. I use the medium because, you know, I'm really not a blonde, if you can't tell. So, yeah, so I have to be the medium of the road. My hair's not like super dark, but it is pretty dark, and it's not black. It's a very dark brown. But I've always wanted blonde hair, so I think I've had blonde hair since I turned about 34. When I turned 34, I did. Started doing the blonde thing, and I quit curling and perming my hair. Um, like perming my hair, like real perms where, you know, you had the 80s big hair. Oh, Lord, that was something else. But here we go. Love it. Now put a little bit here underneath. If you don't like having a lot of mascara underneath, only do it right underneath your pupils. And that's really all you need. Just a pop of color right there is really all you need. You do not have to have a lot of mascara. And if you feel like the mascara will get down here and it kind of settles into your makeup sometimes, a lot of times that is because maybe you didn't put any powder down here and it doesn't have anything to catch it to, or you could run a little bit of powder right on the tips of these right after you apply it, and that will help it from doing that too. But I haven't had that problem with this mascara, period. It stays. Once it dries, it's there. Let me see. It's not tacky enough yet. Let's do some lips really quickly. I'm just going to do a very simple lip. I was trying to think of the one I did the other day with this. I think I used this is a great liner here. Yeah, it is kind of a berry color, but you could use pouty if you're not looking for something that's a berry color. Look at that. You could go definitely lighter with it to keep it more neutral. I used this the other day and it turned out really, really pretty. And I think I used Supple. I think this is Supple here. It's hard to read my stuff. But we're going to put on something. We're going to put on a color. I think this is Supple here. Pretty sure it is. We're going to use this color. But I think we'll stick with Pouty. Since Pouty is kind of a universal color that anybody can use, and you can tell I use this a lot because normally these things are this long. Kind of my favorite one. If you've never used Pouty before, it is a absolutely gorgeous color. It looks good on any skin tone, and it is definitely an easy one that you can put on and create more of a bigger lip, and it won't look so out of place. If you use a darker color, sometimes it's harder to overdraw. Now I'm just going to fall. I have a pretty good bottom lip, but I don't really have a great top lip. So the way I counteract that, I don't overdraw it too much, but what you want to do is start down here in the corner and kind of work your way up. And when you get about right in this area, kind of round it out right in there. And it will just slightly give you the illusion of a bigger lip. Can you see that? It's not that much, but I can see it. It's just a little bit bigger there. But start with a normal line, come up, and just draw it just a little slightly outside the line. This is like the best liner to do this with. And see, now I've got a bigger topper lip. I was not born with a big top lip. I have my dad's lips, so they're a lot like his. So if I want to fill this in, I could fill this in. Let's do something just off the top of my brain. Let's do this. This is one of my favorite eye looks. I'm going to use that Steal the Spotlight. It comes with a splash liquid lipstick. However, I just have this need. I love Splurge Cream Eyeshadow. So I'm going to use that on my lips. You can also get Splurge Cream Eyeshadow with that collection if you didn't want the liquid. You can choose either one. I'm just going to fill this in. And then I'm going to add a little Splurge Cream Eyeshadow, which it's almost like a champagne golden color. It's beautiful. And I think this is it right here. Yes, this is this color right here. Look how pretty that is. Beautiful on your eyelid. I could pop a little bit of this right here if I wanted to, and that would really accentuate the center of my eye, but I want my eye to stay really smoky, so I'm not going to do that. And we'll just take your finger Get a little bit on your finger and pop it here in the center. And I use this a lot on YouTube. I do. Look at that. Uh-huh. And then you want to take some Hottie, which is a lip plumper by Younique, and basically put it over it. And then you'll have this beautiful kind of pouty shine lips. Light brings things forward. So, ooh, I've always used all of this. But this is Hottie. It has a little light pink tone to it, but you won't notice it that much. And only put this in the center of your lips, and it will bring the center of your lips forward, therefore making them look a little bigger. How pretty is that? That is so pretty. I love it. Okay, guys, there is my smoky eye. The one item that you need to create this is this. This is a liquid eyeshadow called Overt. The name is on the bottom. So if you're looking for something fantastic to do your eyes with in one color, you can get away with making a great smoky eye with just one eyeshadow, and this is it. I would recommend that you make sure you use an eye primer. I always use an eye primer. Eye primer kind of helps any of, we have natural oils on our eyelids, and it kind of helps with that. So, isn't it pretty? I love it, Maggie. This is one of the best brown eyes looks I think I've ever done. It's very easy. It's very quick. Let me blend that out just a little bit. There we go. Love this brush too. But I will list all the products down below. Once I get off of here, I will go and put everything there. So it's not there right now, of course, because I have to do this first and then I have to do that second. So I will list everything I've used. But thank you so much for watching. Please click on that notification bell and click all so that you'll get all of my tutorials when they come up. I wish I could do more, but a busy life here in the state of Alabama. So this is what I always do at the end of most of my stuff on Facebook. I'll say fluff the hair, bigger the hair, closer to God, okay? And all I did was just use a curling iron this morning to kind of fluff it up. Because it's a pretty day here. It's going to be a warm day. It's going to be almost 70 degrees here in Alabama today. So I hope it's warm and toasty where you are. If it's not, I hope you have somewhere to keep warm, okay? I love you guys, and I will see y'all next Sunday. Y'all have a great and wonderful day. I'll see you then.